So hi everyone, welcome to this two games of playing Paul Atreides. In the first game and second game go very differently, and I think you can see why they go very differently. So I'll talk about like some of the good things about Paul and like why Paul isn't good in some circumstances. In this first game, right, I picked Paul because like I want to buy Esmatui. Esmatui is a 5 coster that every time you throw it, you can get like 2 spice, 2 slurry. So buying it early is very good. But one thing about playing Paul is that um, you are very ring dependent, right? And because I don't draw ring on my first hand, I'm unable to buy as much to it, right? There are some lines where I can go to like 12 method, then after that try to buy as much to it, but um, it's also not great lines because I then need to reveal and yeah, and because like Saidia is in the row, I guess okay, let's just end up buying Saidia. So that's how like the first game goes, and then you can see how it slowly cascades out of control for me. So let's just watch the first game. So one of the main issues with playing Paul, right, is that the other deck builders like Helena and Cass, they compete with you on a few different levels. First, right, their rings are very oppressive against you because they generally take the best cards on the roll and they prevent you from buying them, right? And Paul's ability comes from his strength comes from being able to buy good cards. So because there are such leaders in the game, um, his ability is kind of neutered, right? So just by them playing the ring and being able to take away these cards, so just by them being in the game is already bad. The second thing about this is that when you have leaders like Helena and Cass in the game, everyone kind of wants to do the same thing, right? Everyone kind of wants to uh, go to take negotiator, uh, and like Helena wants to go to Arakin, and then like these leaders also want to go to Mentak, even though like uh, Paul Paul actually really likes to go to Mentat as well because it kind of fuels his game. But then he's competing against like Ilban, Vigo, and yeah, as well. So it is really tough for Paul in a lot of these circumstances because he fights very naturally with like all these other leaders. And in this game, because like there's a leader in the game and yeah, he cares in the game, this game is significantly harder for me. So I have a saying in Rise of X. If someone has round 3 Swordmaster and round 3 Interstellar during access, which is Baron has, right, from position 4, he doesn't even get blocked by red from Interstellar shipping for the next 2 rounds, right? You're in for a bad time. So if someone has these two, you're in for a bad time. And this game, we are in for a bad time. If you see what Baron is doing, like, I don't see any way that I can stop him with my deck, that anyone else can stop him. So it's just kind of playing for seconds at this point. Um, and so you can watch the whole game unfold. But if you want to see one of so let's just talk about some of the learning points from this game. One is that um, Paul loses heavily when he plays against leaders like Helena, like Cass, because like his card quality just decreases, right? He also wants Paul also fights with the same spaces that deck builders like to go to. It's like Eric Keen, this like tech negotiator. So point number two. Point number three is that Paul is a leader that kind of lives and dies by drawing your ring on your first hand. Drawing your ring on your first hand makes your first buy very good, makes your first deck cycle very good. Whereas buying on your second round, um, especially if you play ring, makes a cycle very, very bad. So, yeah, so I mean, these few things, right? So we learned that no Paul is something that could be good, but there are a lot of circumstances that could happen that are a little bit out of his control that just made the game tough for him. Hey, hi everyone, welcome to the game of Dune Imperium Digital. This game I'm going to try win as Paul again. It's not a great role to pick Paul in, but let's just see how it goes. So this is a good hand to play, Paul. And the reason is that your first buy is strong. Hopefully you can get Silver, right? Um, you want to draw and you want to shuffle it so they can draw it like maybe round 2 or round 3. Um, yeah, so this is like a very ideal hand. You get to 6 or 7 persuasion. So my ideal situation is that I get second place from this combat. Right, I get second place from this combat. I get 2 spies, and then from the 2 spies, I can go to conspire, and then get Swordmaster around 2 or around 3. So then you get some Solari first. You think about like this type of hands, right? This type of hands are good for like everyone, right? So like Someone else could have the start hand and they could just buy like the best card in the row, even without being pawned. So then after that you are kind of stuck. So now as for what you're hoping for is Tensor like doesn't deploy into this combat, but it's gonna be hard. Kata is like the best spot available. Beast doesn't might just want to reveal for Stilgar. And Beast probably has enough for Stilgar at this point. So this is a big commit from um Tessia. I can either Mentat here, but I don't think it's great. It's a really expensive combat for like one spice or two spice. Machine culture doesn't really do me anything. I could deploy 3 for like one spice. I don't think I should. Firm Grip is the most powerful card. But I think as Paul, like the card you want to see is Stilgar. Stilgar actually does something like when you just reveal it. So I'm gonna pick up Stilgar here. More than a Legion. And we're gonna try to draw it. So next round we have 2 daggers. See this. Okay, so if I draw one, and the only way I can draw one is to Mentat, is I get Stilgar this round. This still is a bit annoying because now I cannot get enough spice to conspire. I want to Mentat. I'm just thinking like how urgent is this for me to Mentat? Now he goes interstellar shipping. It would be good if he can somehow let Leto like win this combat, but or Beast win this combat. I'm gonna Mentat first. Reasoning is just because Tilga. So I think I want to get a cheap second place. Collect spice into conspire next round. Last round he had one dagger, I think. So this round he has one dagger as well. He's at 9 strength. This round I really hope that like Lito goes conspire. It kind of blocks Tessia. Not Tessia has many ways to run away with this game. Um, yeah. So at least this way, like Lito gets Swordmaster next round, then I get Swordmaster for round 4. So even though Tessia needs Surge access, she doesn't get Swordmaster. So I'm gonna collect Spice then Conspire next round. He drew into his daggers again. I'm only scared of double cross from Lito, but I think it's very hard to play around. So I'm going to, or at least I don't think it's worth playing around. So deploy one troop here, get second place. In this case, do I buy anything? Uh, I don't really need to buy anything at this point. Tech quality wise, like I have Stilgar, it's not great, but I don't think a liaison like does anything to my game. Okay, very cheap second place. He's pushing an alliance. So here I want to conspire. Just to get enough Solari for Swordmaster next round. If Tesla takes Solari, I might not. I might just go to Wealth. But I think it's likely that she just takes the bomb here and just takes some spice. Yeah, she took spice. I think it's crucial for me to like get Swordmaster next round. Um, so I'm gonna take the spice first. Next card is a dagger, and I have 5 buy. Put in 1 troop, then I go conspire. If Lito has no greens here, this game is like over. Oh my god, he has no greens. He doesn't block Swordmaster. This game is over. Tesla's gonna win. Okay, there's some consolation in this. There at least Beast blocks Interstellar for the rest of the game. But Lito not having any greens here or not sighting the Swordmaster is really painful. Wow, really lucky. Instead, he could have like around 5 or around 6 Swordmaster, instead he gets around 3 Swordmaster. I did not realize that I had went to Emperor this many times. Amongst the cards that are here to buy, Power Play is the best for this spot. Um, it's just good. I mean, Legion could be good, but I guess the only bad thing about this is that Beast has firm grip, and Beast will want to keep going up. Emperor. Legion. Legion should kind of. This is so bad from the table. Like, you don't even have Signet Ring. You just wanted to collect spice so you could get value from Signet Ring instead of like going Swordmaster. This really screws up the table balance. Like, it screws up by so much. Like, Tessia could have gotten Swordmaster round 6, and now she gets Swordmaster round 3. It's terrible. Really terrible. So, here I have a choice between like Power Play, Legion, Chani. I'm gonna get Power Play just because I do need faction bumps, and a double faction bump is good. It's early enough that I could play like Legion multiple times, but I don't really need multiple plays of Legion. I just need like one play of Legion. If it was like spacing or Benny, I think I'll pick it up. But like, these 2 bumps in particular, I don't really need because I have still got. Maybe the choice is to pick up Chai. Yeah, maybe the option is to pick up Chai because I do need at least 2 plays on it. And Yeah, I'm gonna pick up Chani here. I talked myself into it. Even though one power play is man, but one power play is very good. But okay, let me just stack build and buy Chani. This play by Lito is the worst. Like he could have blocked Tessa and Swordmaster. Like Tessa's like the clear leader in this game. He is like went into such shipping like multiple times already. One thing bad about Tessa's game is that it doesn't really have a strong deck to play. Now he picks up power play. Emperor's under threat, but I mean if he wants to take it, he'll take it. Don't buy, pick up Smuggler, stop the won't buy, pick up Spice Traders. The tie here is good for me. Do I want a spice? I think an entry is just better. If I can somehow smuggle twice and then set up for a big expedite round would be good as well. Okay, they tie. I get an entry. Allied Armada. Okay, I'm just gonna play Refocus here just to figure out what's going on in my hand this round. I still draw. I still end up drawing the. I, yeah, I still end up drawing the Dune. Um, so Magnet here actually is a good choice. Then after I can Swordmaster next, unless Lido has like Windfall, and that would be annoying. But this allows me to play Ring and then get a big buy this round. I expect someone to uh, deploy hard this combat. I don't think I can yet, unless I feel like Ally Armada. But this window of Ally Armada is closing. We have beast with Falconbridge. Takes a part bit. Ferment, I guess. And you can play Ring. If you test it here, you can go Highliner, you can go Hardy Warriors. Both are great options. Good Kate is not what I expected him to do. Okay, so here I get Swordmaster. I have two more actions. I can play both faction access if it's available to me. Else I can play one and then go smuggling. It's a good time for me to try to win a combat. But Tessia can deploy multiple times and has multiple intrigues. If I draw, I'll be at 8 persuasion with a dicto in hand. Yeah, I mean the question is, do I need the daggers from Stilgar or not? Beast doesn't look like he can fight here. Uh, yeah, just need to see what Tessia does. Tessia has like limited faction access, so her deploy might be like this Arakin Haga. Smuggling is fine actually. Smuggling into Hardy Warriors. Okay, everyone discard a card. So I'm going to discard. I think the daggers would be useful, so I'm going to discard the reconnaissance. Highly unlikely that I want to go to Arakin to draw my diplomacy. So I said discard the dagger. Yeah, if he wants to win this combat, he has a full deploy. Or at least I have to make him send it. Yeah, I'm like he drew all his faction access around this round, which is good. I think going like secrets would be better. Yeah, so see how many troops he wants to put in. He doesn't put in troops. I mean, if he doesn't put in troops, then I need to price him up. I need to price him for it. And if he has like one of the premium combat tricks, I'm sure about him. Now if for to buy, I do buy this gun doctor. It kind of fits into like what I'm doing. Does he have another combat entry? Like the reason this plays out this way is because you're greedy about how many troops he wants to deploy. Like he should just deploy more. Right? It is a combat VP. You don't need to be greedy about it. But because he was greedy about it, then uh yeah, these things happen. So here I want to collect spies. I want to play faction access, and I want to play like double faction access and collect spies. Yeah, I mean, if you two got Swordmaster earlier, this game will be so much closer. Research station from the beast. Not really sure what that turns into. I tend to do a faction play, right? But does it even use ring to do it? So here I want to set up smuggling. Then after that I want to play Stilgar. Then I want to play diplomacy. Um, yeah. So, so this is set up for tier 3 combat. So smuggle first. I could consider like Imperial Basin, but it's nowhere near as good as Haga as it was shown previously. Do I get 2 water or do I get more troops? I could get more troops. It's relatively cheap for me. Getting a bunch of spice also actually is not too bad because I do have machine culture. I have too few troops later. So if I do this, then I'll have 4 troops in garrison. 2 water. Yeah, I'm going to do it this way. Then this card probably goes to like full space or something. Then I want to see. Do I just pick up Sonic Snoopers? Probably not. The thing about this Ally Armada is that the chance that Beast goes high wealth is like so high. Yeah, which turns off Ally Armada. Yeah, as you can see, Tessia's deck isn't good. Like, she doesn't have faction access, so she's playing like bunch of this random stuff. Well, to buy, he had to burn research station to do it. But he is at 7 points, 8 points. It is worth chasing him down. Tessia has two daggers, so she loses combat. Um, I could bring two more. If it mattered, I would have tied, but it doesn't matter, so I don't bother. Uh, yeah, but it's a very big comment from her, unless she's like stage incident. But even if you have stage incident, it's like not very expensive to play. Corner the market. I don't really like having that in my hand. So in my deck, I have two daggers. I get Holtzman Engine. And get High Council. The thing about buying Holtzman Engine here is that Holtzman Engine doesn't really help me. Okay. So I need to play some intrigue. And I don't really have a good one to play. So let's say if I triple draw here, it's so risky. If I draw, eventually I only have 6 persuasion, daggers. I think I have to do it. Okay. In this case, I deploy one troop. And I risk getting stolen from. Yeah, they're all good to steal actually. But I do need to try to win next combat. And not having an alliance is painful. So I do want High Council. I guess I could take negotiations. Guess it doesn't have a lot of faction access, so like her just think this is pretty good. So, a few options here. I can go secrets. I can go then after I go high console. I think secrets is the best. Then later I can just go like take negotiations or high console. Bribery is really good. Bribery allows me to take a triple bump if needed. Is there any way I can? Next round I try to steal from me. No water though. I guess I could ship down bribery. I do need Solari. How am I going to get Solari? Ship down, get Solari. Bribery, get water. Deploy 4. Keep still gun in hand. Then after I have two, my factions are all over the place. Maybe I should just steal Emperor. He locks in Emperor. The thing about this line from Beast is that it is very unlikely that he wins the game. Like he gets to like a good point total, but like him winning the game is like it's sus. This I should be playing Ring. Spokesman Engine. Spy Satellites. Here I get High Council. Gets into my corner plan. And I think I'm done. Dreadnought from Nito. Maybe he picks up Spy Satellites. Shuttle Fleets. Shuttle Fleets does solve a ton of my problem actually. If I win this combat, let's see what Tesla does. Tesla really wants Shuttle Fleets as well. Yeah, see any troops that Tesla puts in here. So I'm going to deploy one more troop just to beat Tesla. Get my spice must full. If she has double daggers or intrigue section split and go ahead. I want to steal something, or maybe just get Bene Gesserit. 5 to buy, she can buy like Embedded Agent. I don't know if she has any combos with it. Yeah. And the Shadows is really good for her as well. Okay. I'm not too scared of steals because she doesn't really have a lot of faction access. Another combat card. I need to play 3 cards now. One, two, three. Hmm. So I can get shuttle fleets or I can get flagships. Shuttle fleets is clearly better. But for me to do that, I need to collect spice. Then I can't play Barbary. No, I don't have to. I don't need to play Barbary. But they'll leave like an extra combat card in my hand. I guess it affects how many troops I can deploy, but I don't think it matters too much. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. Like, I need to play it faster. So I need to collect troops and I need to deploy. Make it shuttle fleets and try to win this way. Because it gets bumped. I'm gonna discard dagger. I wanna collect 2 spies here. 1 point. I guess I could Stilgar, then Dune. This is a bit annoying. Yeah, Stilgar and Dune seems like the best choice. See if I can get two water so that next round I can go research station. I missed out on an intrigue, but it does trigger like corner, I guess. Expedite, recall, get spice, machine culture, grab shovel kits. Then after I get the alliance, finesse, deploying a bunch of troops. I mean, the fear now is that Tesla has like in the shadows and then like selective and trashes. These can get to 9 points this round. Tesla can steal Benny next round. So annoying. Setting up for flagships. You trash spy satellites. Now it's a weird timing to do so. Doesn't deploy more troops. Here's second wave. He hasn't passed his turn. 18. Spice must flow from bees. High console. In this particular case, I think I buy a liaison. Um, I want to buy a spice must flow next round. Turns on at least a corner point. Machine culture from Tesla. Um, I'm gonna play Allied Armada first. Then I'm gonna pass. I think in this situation I burn an intrigue because corner's so strong. Yeah, I think I just burn another intrigue because corner's so strong. I have bribery and finesse. Um, yeah, I just want to burn some intrigues. So if you had to pick the victor, then buy a spice of soul next round. The one most in risk is this. Um, so I can draw my entire deck, and I think the right thing to do is to lock in Bene Gesserit. It might be to steal. Uh, it might be to steal like Fremen, but the likelihood that Tessa steals this is really high. Um, so I'm gonna just research station first, and after that I'm gonna just lock in Bene Gesserit. She has in the shadows, and she has so many things. It's like let's just let's just forget about it. So down, uh, Emperor, up, Bene Gesserit. Yeah, let's just not have to worry about that. Tessa should win this combat. She should get some points from that. Now I tend to buy. And want to beat bees on end games. So he doesn't have any now, and he is likely to get discipline points unless someone steals his alliance. And if I buy a spice until I get to 11, I need to be aware that someone can make me discard. I play that I'm at 10 persuasion. Wow. Why would you go here? Like, maybe you need to deploy. Chrome shares. Okay, you don't need to burn it now. Like, the previous round, right, there's one turn where like I was taking down. I probably should have like done everything, but because like the timer is so short, I'm not going to. So sack shifts from Tessia into a big deploy. Does Beast have enough resources? Here he buys Sonic Snippers. Here I discard a dagger. You take follow projectors. Interstellar shipping from Tessia. I'm not sure if she can push an alliance. Get Solari and get spec ships. Expect her to win this combat. If she has a faction bomb, she can steal this, win the combat. Maybe buy Spice Mushroom. Okay. Now I just reveal I have Spice Mushroom, get to 11 points. Hope's enough. He pushes Fremen. Spacing. Spacing is what I'll push here. Does he have Memo Quarters? His plans. If he has plans, he gets up to 9 points. Yeah, I guess he has plans. So he either has a Spice Mushroom or he doesn't. So he needs to either defend this or maybe he has like firm grip but not enough. Yeah, I mean, this particular play that okay, then he's gonna defend Fremen, which is good for him. So Tessia wins this combat, but I don't think it gets to like enough points. Unless Tessia has plans. But no. Like this play from Leto is like so strange. So he probably still has like he probably still wants to Iron Warriors. Or maybe he has it. So here I reveal and buy Spice Must Flow. Get to 10 points. with corner, 11 points. Tessa didn't click. She didn't click Slurry just now. She has quick pro quo. Highly unlikely that Lido gets the Spice Muscle as well. He has a quick pro quo. That's why he wants his Spice. No, he has a strong arm. Well, actually, he can buy a Spice Muscle now. Gets 11 points. Lido could definitely have stolen one. And he could definitely win the combat now if Tessia is like. Yeah, but a lot of the good intrigues are played already. So no Spice Master from Tessia. But he draws an intrigue, gets you 10 points. In this game, like you see, like what Paul can do, like you just kind of draw your strong cards and you don't really buy a lot of like other junk. I don't know how you can describe it as, and you kind of just cycle it as much as possible, uh, and get value from there. In this particular game, well, Tessia played a very slim line and managed to win this combat. She didn't even like get slurry for flagships. Wow, such a cheap combat. So yes, Lito has plans within plans. He has tiebreakers. This is the one who cannot close it out. He has Grand Conspiracy. And I have fallen the market for 11 points. So I beat Tessia this game from fourth position as Paul. How many games took me to win with Paul? It took me 2 games. The first game with Ring in like my starting hand. Um, This game, I drew a bunch of intrigues, and I guess the Imperium was kind to me because it didn't give Tessia like made ways to get faction influence. Like she got Swordmaster early, but you can see like she only had liaisons in her deck. Like she always had like 3 or 4 to buy, so she couldn't buy anything that like gave her faction access. Whereas I didn't have excessive amounts, but I did have like some Fremen influence and just a little bit more than her. I didn't have like liaisons chugging like clogging up my deck. So because of that, I'm able to like just maneuver most of the game quite well. There's one combat which Tessia like under deploys and then like I try to punish her, but she does play uh double cross and in the end we tie. But I think overall it's fine. Like in GNG you see like she can't do anything other than collect spies. Like with Tessia you do need to buy faction access. And yeah, I guess with early Swordmaster also then after that you don't really get the chance to buy faction access because you're last to reveal after round 3. Which actually happens quite a fair bit. So I still do think that if Lito bought Swordmaster then she would not have gotten Swordmaster very late. Like this entire game, right, was like it was capped, right? There are no other points you can get. Like sure he can buy spice from flows and then he can try to end it, but his game is very stuck. Like he invested so much into Emperor and then sure sure he buys from flows, but he can't end in the end. Eventually he gets last. Um I think with Lito's play I would have preferred him stealing Benny. Oh no, he's stealing spacing. I think stealing spacing here is quite good. But I guess he drew a bunch of entries as well. If he stole spacing, I don't know. Either way, awkward round for him. If he didn't fight last combat, it would be better, but he fought last combat, so Tessia runs away and gets second place. Anyway, I finally win with Paul. Second game didn't take too long, and I'm quite glad with the result. I hope you enjoyed this game. Thank you for watching and see you around. Okay, so some lessons that we learned, right? We learned that Paul has a lot of natural enemies. He loses. He fights with other deck builders. He fights with Cass. He fights with Helena. Then he fights also with the Mentat users, right? If you see in the second game, I go Mentat quite a fair bit, right? So he fights with Tito. He fights with Ilban. Uh, he fights with Yuna. And all these villains who just like the Mentat. Um, right. So first things, right? Paul has a lot of, in some sense, natural enemies. And the thing about it is that the top tier leaders, right? Let's say it's like the Tesla and the Barons, right? They also thrive when they are deck builders in the game because the deck building leaders don't fight them for the things that they want. Right, so leaders like Tesla can get away with search shipping access a lot easier when there are deck builders in the game. So yeah, it's just a hard environment for Paul to live in. So the second thing we see, right, is the clear contrast between games one and two. Games one, right, I don't have a good opening hand because I don't have ring, right, and because I don't have ring, I'm not able to buy Espa to it. Game two, right, with ring, I'm able to buy Stilgar, right, and Stilgar is enough is enough to propel me to win the second game, just by extra water, extra swords when needed. And so you can see that there's a stark difference between two. One plays out because I have rain, one plays out I don't have rain. So will you base your entire game based on having signet rain in your opening hand? It's like 50-50 coin flip. And the coin flip isn't even very good. It's like when you have rain, like you are good. You're not even like Tessia or very good. You're just like average, right? But if you don't have ring, then you are in a pretty bad spot. You are way below average. So would you base your entire game based on 50 to be average? Whereas you can play something like Tessia and always be good. So I think that's something you should take note of. Um, I think when playing Paul, right, you can watch the second game for things that you can kind of do well. So one thing is that you want to mentor a lot, right? You want to control your persuasion. You want to control the things that you buy. You don't want to buy too much things as well, right? You when you buy good cards, you kind of want to not buy bad cards, right? And even though Stilgar is not like amazing, um, he's still better than nothing. So you don't really want to flood your decks with like mini liaisons, right? You want to be able to draw Stilgar more times to be able to like accelerate your game in that manner. Um, yeah, and still like you can still lose to some of these good leaders. Um, yeah. So so I hope you learned something from these videos. Um, I'm surprised that it only took me 2 games. I expected it to take more. But yeah, cheers, Paul. It's fun to play, but when you don't draw ring in your first hand, you will feel bad, and that's feeling bad half the time. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you around.